Hello and welcome to Open Boosters. We're going to be talking about grades today. For you we see 5 gems. It proves that I really do need to clean out my collection every once in a while. But I get the question a lot of, what is near mint? What do these companies mean when they say they accept near mint cards? And then people keep getting their near mint cards refused by senders. So they send it to someone and they say, oh, this is not near mint, but it's labeled near mint. So I figured we'd just go over that today. Here is an EX6. I like this example because, this card, well, not Jazam, but I like the fact that I have all 6, so I can show you what an EX6, according to PSA, looks like. This is actually one of my pledge cards. I used to play with it all the time. So you can actually see down there. You can see all the marks, see the corners, and they say this is an EX6 by PSA. Here is a 7. This is considered by PSA as a near mint, at least that's the labeling. Some people won't accept this as a near mint. They accept this as a EX, which it is currently not labeled an EX. You can see the edges on the wear on the edges as well. Okay, so here is an 8. I'm really hoping to maybe clear it up a little bit. This is mint. It's also considered a 9 as a number. You can see the corners are a little bad. Centering's a little bad too. Here's a 9.5. This is a Beckett. Got dinged pretty hard on the corner, on the centering. Okay. But then companies will label the description that a near mint card may have a ding or may have that, but they will show you an image of a mint card, which, you know, sometimes mint cards have dings. But they'll show you this and on the display and say they accept near mint. And then this is near mint to mint. This is near mint. And this is EX. So that's why they usually ask you to send in their cards, because they're not going to accept this one as a near mint. They'll accept it as an EX. And it's really, graded cards are really about perspective. So just because we think it's near mint doesn't mean it's from their perspective that it's near mint. So I have here a regeneration that is from Beckett, and I like Beckett because it shows all 4 grades. Now this is a 7.5. Now another person would actually say that the corners are here, since he doesn't accept 7s, he only accepts 8 or above, would consider this an EX, even though it's got the near mint 8 grade. So I can actually just type in these letters, type in the numbers and send it to him, and that makes it a lot easier. But it really is about perspective. Some people really value the centering more than the other attributes, because then it displays nice. Some people like the surface to be clean because they like to shine stuff. Some people like to have perfect edges and perfect corners because it displays nice as well. And you get all sorts of cards. They all have different issues. I mean, this is sometimes considered a near mint even though it's a 7.5. And they usually don't accept it, but it had an 8.5 on the corners and the surface and the edges, but the centering was bad, but they don't really care about the centering. Some people accept this as a near mint card, because even though the surface was a 6, it got 9.5 on the edges and corners, and the centering was a little off. But it displays nice. No one's going to see the surface. So it really is about a perspective, and then we get to, like, these 2 cards are 8s, okay, and they both have bad centering, and we take a closer look at the stone rain. You can see the corners are pretty good. Okay, big look at those corners. Okay. People like accept this as a 8 card. Okay. Then we take the Bog Wraith. Look at its corners, and people will sometimes not accept this as an 8 card because the corners aren't as nice. So it's really about perspective, and I can't email anybody what the grade is on the corners. They'll see this and say, oh, I can't accept this because the corners are like bad. And it's an 8, but it's an 8 for different reasons, not the corners. So it's really about perspective, and so it's hard to have someone tell you what the grades are of your cards, even if they're encapsulated. And it's even harder if companies are taking pictures of mint cards and saying we accept near mint cards. And they're not telling you where the near mint levels are. So, because a lot of companies won't accept a 7 as a near mint card, they only accept near mint as near mint to mint. So it just, you know, as you can see, Beckett labeled this one, Kurt Ape, as a near mint. But a lot of people would not like the 6 surface. So it gets confusing. So companies really need to label what they really want as far as graded cards are concerned. But I get the question a lot, what is truly a near mint? And there's really no universal answer because everyone's opinion is different. And when you're talking about opinion, it really does matter because it's really about the person's perspective. And a picture really doesn't do much justice. But you can tell that what PSA considered an EX6 definitely looks way different than what they would consider a near mint 7. I mean, you can't confuse these two right here at all. I mean, that should show you the big difference between near mint and EX. So that's food for thought for me. But then again, it is still about perspective. Because a lot of people won't accept a 7 as a near mint card. I don't understand, but that's okay. It's all about opinion. And this is Open Boosters, and I hope this was somewhat informative, and I know it doesn't really clear up very much, but at least you have an example of what PSA would grade your card all the way across here, and then you have the example of a 9.5 from Beckett. But it really does show you the perspective here of what they would issue a grade as. And I'm hoping this helps a little bit. But this is Open Boosters, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day.